Hi, everybody. This is Samuel Durbids, also Samuel Loomis, Newly Awakened. I want everybody to know that right now the gamma waves have hit us all. So it's affected all of us, both physically, mentally, and spiritually. And it's also causing many irritations to all of us. And it's also kicking off all of the bad vibrational waves. So I'm just kind of walking a little bit because it's good to kind of get your energy moving when these waves are hitting, but it's also good to relax as well. You want your full body to relax and take them in, but you also want to get out and move around for your joints to expand more. But it's okay, whatever you do. Just follow your heart. Doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter how it's done. Just don't worry about who you are or where you're going. But just know that the light power is powerful. The only reason why I have this light on right now is because I wanted to give an example that this is pure white energy that's coming from the sun. Not this, but this is still energy. But any white energy like this, or seems like it, is connecting to any white energy that is. So this energy that we're seeing that's white or coming across as white, you can look at it and connect with the true pure light energy like a telephone. And so you can just say, hey, light, I love you, creator, blah, 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 because they're full of light. And so this is an example or um, kind of a copy of that or a reflection of it. And because it's a reflection, it's connected to it. So I wanted you to be aware that you and I and all of us are amazing. So this white energy and is so powerful, but it's all been hitting the earth, and it's anything on the earth, the buildings, everything is, even if you're not out there on the grass or out there, go do that if you feel like it's okay for you to do that. Just be smart. It's your choice. It's your decision. Follow what you feel is right to do, and do what you feel is important to you. This is not about me. It's not about anybody. It's about your heart. Our hearts are what matter. Everybody's individual desired heart, and our expression matters. We should never, ever try to tell each other that someone else's expression is not um, a correct expression for them. Unless they're coming at you and telling you you can't be you, or that your way of expression is wrong when you feel that you're doing it from the heart. I'm all about honesty, integrity, with honesty that helps people, not honesty that doesn't help. We want honesty that is true honesty. That's basically, we want to make sure that we are telling people all the information, not just parts of it, and not fluffing up information. I was talking to someone earlier today, and I'm not going to mention who it is, but it was someone that helped me with my information that started it all. That individual only gave me peace, but their vibrations at that time didn't feel right. So I had to leave and go somewhere else because they kept saying to me, and I don't mean to say this to bring out any bad vibes. This is just honesty. They kept saying, you know what, I'm going to ruin this guy's life. I'm going to ruin this guy's life. I'm going to ruin this guy's life. And telling people on the phone that are in New York. And this guy used to work at the Pentagon, or this individual. And so, whatever you want to call anybody, the person that helped me was some form of blood doctor. But then I got drawn to other blood doctors and other nutritionists that taught me the same information to confirm what that individual said. But then I learned more than what they all learned and what they all told me and were able to tell me. But then I found out from this individual that he knew about this other information I learned, and that he's not telling everybody everything so that he can look good. He's letting everybody do their own research, but by telling them some of it, to a degree, a lot of good, but then hiding the rest. And he doesn't even follow the full way to help. He thinks that certain things are okay about gluten and other things and corn when they are actually genetically modified and they have tricks to them as well. So I say follow your heart, even if you're eating things that may come across bad energy vibes. If you feel that it's right for you and it's helping, then, talk to your heart, tell your inner self, higher self about it. And if it's right, you'll get more intel on it. If you notice that there's an issue, you could be better, then be better. But don't think that you aren't your best advocate of knowledge, because you are. You can research your own information, but you can always ask me and others, and I'll openly tell you. Now, I'm not going to express or explain things fully in the way others expect me to. I left an abusive religion because they always made me listen to them and not speak and not say anything. And so they would say something mean, and I would just have to sit there and let them tell me off and tell me how horrible I am and how bad I am, instead of stopping them right when they do it and say, hey, hold on, I never said that. Let's stop this right now with what you're saying, because I didn't say that message. You're trying to push me. Let's correct that before you go further in what you're saying, because I really want us to love each other and be there for each other and correctly be aware. Now, they also like to say, I never did that, I never do that. And so I record everything that I communicate with these individuals that call me due to the abuses they've done. So I have the information of all of what we both said. And we were both irritated at each other, but I was still in a loving vibe for the individual, even though they didn't believe that I was. I do care about them as an individual, but they didn't feel like it did, because I had to stand up for myself to them and tell them, hey, what you just said isn't what I mean by it. But they just had a different opinion on how to express information and how to tell people that the vibe I bring off, that it's more appropriate to audiences if you actually just, and that can be true, but from the heart matters the most. Because even if I don't bring it up the best way that others expect me to, I'm bringing it up honestly in my way of expression. And you need to do the same. Stop pretending to fit in with others or to look good. You don't need to look good necessarily. Yes, maybe comb your hair once in a while. The only reason why I didn't this time is I wanted to say the waves affect us emotionally, physically, and everything. And so this I use as an example today. And that's sometimes why I do it in other videos too, or because I'm just lazy at those times. And so again, I'm honest about it just because there's so many waves and emotions that we get affected with. And yes, look good in the way that you can. But if your finances or heart or health is being affected because people are keeping back the things that can help you be healthier, then that's on the individuals that are causing it. So sometimes they try to do that so that you don't get paid attention to because you don't look good or you don't look rich or they want you to see as if you look poor, or even if you're considered poor, you may not be poor. The whole thing is your perception of it is because the societies want you to only be drawn to people that look good and look amazing, rather than someone that's being completely honest and authentic. We all are going to be affected by vibes different times. What's great about the Great Awakening is soon we're going to have the free energy so that we can be fully healthy and look fully good. Because we already are fully good, even if we don't look it. Okay? You're fine. What it is if someone's telling you you're fat or you're this or that, if we want to be skinny, then tell yourself that you're skinny and be drawn to things that help you be healthier to be that skinnier form. But don't go too skinny and don't go too heavy. Honestly, we don't want to overflow ourselves with chemicals and controlled systems and baby fat. We want to make sure that, like our own baby, it's just an expression, like huge fat from GMOs that could be connected to DNA of human or baby embryo connection. Because there are products and things that work created in that, in patents. You can look it up, research them, they're out there. Not every GMO is connected to that, but it doesn't mean that they aren't either. Without seeing it in the lab of how it was created and what it got created from and where all the ingredients came from, you're not going to know. So don't risk it if you don't know what it means in a label. What is Zykarakarukiaka or some weird sounding creative Zytax, Nakak, Rikiak? What chemical is that? Or what is that natural thing? And maybe I accidentally even said a natural thing. I don't know. I was just kind of spitballing here. The whole thing is you want to make sure that you're honest with your full vibration. And when you're honest and you follow your heart and you love all, even those that put you down or that you feel have put you down or think that you put them down and so they put you down because you put them down when you didn't mean to or meant to come across as, and they expect to express a certain way, stop. Doesn't matter how you express. It matters about your heart, okay? We're all equal, and the way to heal and naturally heal is to do the meditation technique. So the meditation technique is just wishing and blessing things into being, the Greg Braden information and other stuff. I said that I was going to post some gratitude journal things, and I will when I feel right to. Maybe I won't, but I feel like I wanted to because I said I would, so I want to kind of be ready to do that. But with all these gamma waves and all these things happening, I've been affected, just like all of you have, in being affected in my dreams and others, to where groups and others are trying to get me to go a certain vibrational timeline. And so right now, everybody just meditate, focus, love me, love you, care about all, focus and say, now, create our manifest desired reality. Now, create our desired reality. Focus on the peace vibration. Thank the gamma waves. Thank you, mother waves. Thank you, alpha, omega, whatever you feel it is that's bringing these waves from the sun. Whatever forms a peaceful belief, even if it's false, it's a positive belief, and you're not sure whether it's false or not, because then just focus on what your instincts tell you and your heart tells you. And then you'll get more information of what it really is when the time is open to you to see it. And you could be right now. So great. But don't think that others are wrong if they're all about peace too. And if you don't think that they're about peace, but they told you they are from the heart, and they said that they love you and they appreciate you for giving them information like I did that individual today, I still appreciate them and left a message telling them that I would die for them if someone else tried to hurt them in any way, and I was there. And I would get in the way to stop someone from hurting another. But I would try to talk them down with peace, vibration, healing. And really, I would be careful and smart and maybe get authorities involved if I feel right about it. But personally, I would do what's right. And I would try to be a peaceful focus, and I would get in the way from another individual being harmed if I knew I could. If it was someone that that doesn't like me or that we don't vibe with, if I see that they're in trouble and I see that they're going to get killed by somebody, I would stop the individual from killing them because it's wrong. Because the vibration of killing or harming only harms self connection. And so what is so great about high vibrational gamma is even if you go to the suffering split, some people were talking about the suffering and the peace love split. Well, lack of suffering, you don't need to go to that line. And people are like, well, that's already where we would be at. The split would have happened years ago in 2012. Well, this year is 2012. It's mirroring 2012. So don't worry about that. You're going to be fine. We're going to go back. It's not really mirroring 2012, but I mean it's going back as though it's 2012 from Georgian calendar or some form of calendars that say it is. So that means we would be in December of 2012 already, according to that. So we're in the new age already, or it's about to change us. So we've already gone through some cloud effects recently, and now we're in the new year today, but it could be a delay and will happen tomorrow. So the split is already occurring or reoccurring, or will be as though it is, and will be pushed back into time for those of us that missed the cut in the past, if that's the way that it worked. But regardless, these flashes are exalting us to get us to the right time reality we want so that we'll be okay. And so that's why, even if you feel like you're in the wrong timeline or you missed a cut, you didn't. If you want to pray and meditate with me, we can help correct that together, because when two or more come together, unconditional love, judgments aside, putting our judgments aside in love, regardless of belief system, whatever, and just focusing on peace and love and forgiveness for each other, and saying, and even forgiveness of doubt, and just believing that we already have our manifested desired focus for each other equally. And then it creates that healing and creation like they did in non-medicine hospital, where they magnified the power and healed someone under 3 minutes with 4 people doing it. 3 healers, and then the one that was the patient healing with them. You come as equal thoughts, focus, breathing, using qi gong. I think it's called qi gong breathing. So you breathe slowly, deeply, is what I've heard. There's other ways to do it, but this is one of the methods that I've heard, and I like it. It's good. And it activates gamma waves, but the gamma waves are already hitting us and activating our gamma waves. So we're good, but this will just magnify it. So you just go, it's good to breathe fast or slow or whatever you feel like, and then breathe it out. But if you breathe it very slowly, I won't do it right now, as I want to get on with this video. But you breathe very slowly and you just direct it, and then it heals the rest of your body and corrects any flaws or problems that you have or anybody else does. So it's really great. And then smile with it. Do what you can that makes you smile. Maybe watch something that helps you smile, that's holistic and peaceful, or makes you joke and laugh. But as long as it's not laughing in others' expense, it's better. If it is, forgive and love them, even if you're laughing about them. Please don't laugh about a real person that's struggling, or that you're not sure why they treated or are a certain way. Instead, why don't you just love them, be there for them, and forgive what you think they don't deserve. Also, the best way of thought is when you give full information to all individuals, no matter who they are, what beliefs they are. Some people just give information a little bit for those that they think God will then guide them the rest of the way. No, give them the full information that you can. And if they're open to it, then tell them. And some people are like, well, that's just too much, or that can push them away, or that can irritate them. It doesn't matter about if it's to help them and it's honest healing, and you're doing it from the heart, and you're not trying to tell them you have to do this is the way to do it. That's not what honest telling is. What you want is, you want a full heartfelt honesty, is what I'm talking about. Honesty can be mean, and you want to make sure it's heartfelt as best as you can. But if it comes across mean or too much, that's kind of on them, and it's not really on you. You're just expressing the way you can. Don't let anybody tell you you have to express one way or another. Maybe you'll do it at your own pace, and you can learn from that, and that's great information. At the same time, don't put yourself down or let others put you down for expressing it the way you do. It's okay. Don't try to fluff things and hide things in radio documentary information. I know they have a time crunch, but the right radio people that let you say everything you need to say, and the right interviewer, even if you don't get one that's the right interview, will tell your full information fully, and they'll do it until it's done. And that is what's so great about it. So I do my own videos so that people can have my own explanations, just in case if I'm ever on a radio show or on others and they put me on a out of context, because they always will if they want to, but it doesn't mean that they will. They will give some good information about things you said, but only if it helps their ratings or helps what they want to put across for their societal beliefs. So you want to be honest for all societal beliefs and heal all, not just give them a little bit of fluff information and then let God guide them to if they're worthy of, when they're worthy of it, or if they're worthy of it. No, give them all the info so that they are helped. Because if you only give them fluff information, it's going to screw their life up. I don't give fluff information. I tell you how it is, and sometimes I've done fluff, but I've stopped that now. If you want me to say something and bring up a subject, I like to focus on good vibes, but I will be flat out about my feelings and words. I don't always swear, but sometimes I have sweared. And I'm not afraid to say shit or bullshit or stupidity type of language that some think are stupid language. It's or inappropriate. It's for me, I like to do positive vibrational focuses, but to me, if you're saying swear words not meaning it in a mean vibrational way, and you're just being an authentic, genuine, upfront, honest way about it, but you're not using it to put down, those that take it down is on them, because you're not meaning it that way. And if they take it that way and they tell you, "Oh, I took it that way," well, that I felt you were doing that. Well, I'm sorry, that's not what I was doing. But I hope that you're healed, and I forgive you for your lack of feelings about my full heart. It's fine. I still care about you, but please know that let me say what I'm going to say. Don't run away. You don't need to run away. We're all going to do what we're going to do. And sometimes I look away from the camera. Sometimes I think deep in thought. We're not always going to be perfectly staring at things all the time. I do my best to respect it, but really it's the words. It's the heart you want to listen to, not where my eyes are going, not little symbolisms that I'm could be doing that I don't do. I'm against any form of Illuminati or secret government agencies that are low vibed. I'm not into those groups, but there are some in those groups that focus on high vibe focus, because they do focus on the light versus the dark analogy. So there are good within them and there are bad. There are those that eat the blood stuff and those that don't and go for organic raw stuff and healthy stuff. And some of us were tricked and didn't know the other was. Oh, well, then you were bad for doing it. You were deceived for doing it. Do you know what? Every one of you are being deceived in some way right now. Are you completely bad? No, you are not. You're all amazing in your own individual way. You have skills that I don't, that you're able to do, and you matter. Every individual in this world and beyond, in all realms, you're awesome, okay? You're amazing. You have good heart, you have good soul, and you are worthy, okay? You're worthy of your heart. You're worthy to heal. You're worthy of information. So I always say, get away from GMO foods, get away from gluten, corn, all of that. But that's up to you. Do your own research, be aware of it. But if you want to know why, it's because I notice that it affects a lot of different soul group body structures within this realm. But at the same time, if you're another species that requires that kind of form of nutrition for your species, well then, whatever. I don't know the whole connections to all universe knowledge. I just know that high vibe foods actually are good for this form of life and for all forms that recognize and feel that it is. Those that don't, it doesn't mean that it isn't, and it doesn't mean that it is either. Follow your heart, do what you feel is right. This is what matters. If you hide information and you do it in that way, you are impeding this world and beyond. Please stop and do the right thing. Watts Frozen 2 about water being memory and other things, and Sert's water jar studies and talking to rice jar studies and look up energy water studies and energy science brain studies, sports program brain studies, and basketball sports program studies about those that meditate and visualize focus of making the basket and those that didn't, and those that just normally practice. You'll notice what I've noticed. There are studies out there, and if you don't find them, then they've probably been deleted from the trickery systems that, or they're stopping you from finding them. But I found them, and I don't know where they are now, but I heard them on a radio and I looked into the studies. I learned at Theta Wellness Center in Sandy, Utah that I went to that helped me back in 2017, and the non-medicine hospital information that Greg Braden went to. I learned from Tibetan monks. I learned about natural foods and everything, and not all of them are eating fully rotten foods necessarily. I don't know if they are or not, but the energy studies part, high vibe focus studies, whether you're eating the good foods or not, still work. But it is better for you to eat good food while you're doing those energy studies because it will be a lot more healing a lot faster. But it's also, you want to dissolve metal in the body and other things. And if you have rods in your body and stuff, that can affect the vibration possibly. And that's something I noticed personally. But I still heal regardless in other ways. And I'm still finding ways to correct that. And I know that it will be okay because I follow my heart and I was told I would be by a higher form self that I saw in 2017 that was awesome, that told me in the next 2 years what I would see and experience, and also downloaded and showed me things for my full life. And I think it was even showing me from between now and 2024, if necessary, of all possible futures downloaded into my brain so that I would know where I'm at, or that it's predestinedly okay, or it been uploaded in that manner of way to show me I'm still there. That form of self is still there, guiding and being there for me. And I think that's what it means. But I'm not sure. All I know is I'm focusing on peace, hope, and doing what's right, regardless what realm I'm in or others will be in. So love yourself, hug yourself, care about yourself. Tell yourself that you matter. Look in the mirror and look at yourself and tell that self you love them. And even if that's a mirror universe self, love that universe self. And it will love you back because you're talking to each other. So just know that you matter and show those vibes. Love those vibes and heal, because the gamma waves are hitting us now. So that means your angry vibes, if you get angry, they're going to be magnified. If you get happy, they're going to be magnified. That's what this is. So again, when you get happy, you become Hulk. If you get too happy angrily, or adrenaline. But if you don't, and you become full peaceful, you'll have other power abilities. That's the thing that they leave out of the gamma, pure gamma info, is when you become purely balanced, you are powerfully magnified. And you don't have to be angry or whatever. You can be the Hulk balance. But it's not you becoming a green monster, it's you becoming a full-fledged spiritual being, divine being that you already are. It's just waking you up to it, getting you to become it or get it closer to you so that it can teach you how to become it. Because we're going to see ourselves, other forms of self. They're here already, but we're going to finally see them and they're going to see us fully. They already see us, but we're going to see them. And I mean exactly like I'm talking to you through this. You're going to be talking to them like you're hearing me. We're going to be talking back and forth, and everybody will see it. You're not going to be, oh, I'm talking to them right now. No, everybody will see them also. It won't just be you seeing your other self. Others will see that self talking to you. So it won't just be you. It'll be others seeing you talk. And they'll be able to communicate like you are. And it won't just be a fake conversation or one-way conversation. It's going to be several ways. Everybody's going to feel the feelings, the thoughts, everything, and that's what this is. This is magnifying those energies. And those that are awakened to it, we can get rid of all the irritations of each other, forgive the other individual, and stop causing or going after people in ways to mess with their needs. No one needs to be attacked. No one needs to be hurt. No one needs to feel like they're being attacked by me, because I don't mean it that way if you're taking it that way. For all those that feel that I have over phone or whatever, I love you individually. I'm just very opinionated of my feelings, focus. But even if I come across talking over you, I'm only doing it to push away any negative connotations that I hear the individual say, so that we can stop putting each other down in that way and stop thinking we need to communicate this way or that way. Let's hear from the heart. And I'm not about necessarily talking about things and through things. I'm about meditating and creating things. So let's create the desired life that we want. Let's be the fullness of self and create our desired life from war up there to peace. But you can also use these type of ships and things for transportation instead of for war. Okay? You can use the technology for good as well as for evil. You can use your heart and your emotions and your conversations for good or for evil. Your thoughts, your feelings create reality. And you thinking that I'm thinking or meaning something or coming across too strongly, by me being honest and authentic about how I feel about how you're focusing about me, forgive that, okay? I got my own irritable focuses, but I do my best to tell you that even if you hear me say something that comes across negative about me saying, hey, please don't do that, or why are you saying that? That's not what I mean by that. And then you get upset that I talked over you by mentioning that so that you don't say that. You know, it's not about trying to tell you not to put me down. It's trying to let you be aware that you are putting the individual down. And if you don't mean to be and you're trying to candy coat it or kind of say it and not say it because you feel that people should express your way of expression, you know what? We need to express the way we all express individually. Okay? But peace is important. But getting upset over us trying to say, hey, let's just do peace, let's be aware, and say, oh, well, it needs to explain this way or that way. Come on. Everybody's going to explain the way they feel is needed. And we don't need to tell people that you have to tell people comfortable information over full heartfelt information. Sometimes full heartfelt information isn't going to be comfortable. It's going to be painful. These gamma waves, they're supposed to be healing waves, powerful, amazing waves. What do you feel right now? Some of you feel amazing waves and healing. But did you feel that last night? Did you feel that in the last weeks? It's been going on for a while. It's been really strong yesterday, today. No, it's affecting your full irritation focused vibrations. And we're getting irritated by other people that communicate with us today and yesterday. I was, and I'm honest about that, but I love the person and I care about them because I focus on that, even if I come across differently to them. I'm not that to them. I love them. I want them healed. I want them to have all that they desire. They have a conditional belief if they choose to. But I want to believe that they don't, even if they're choosing to. That sooner or later, when they know better for them, they can have unconditional healing. Everybody can. And no one is unworthy of the healing that wants it. All you have to say is, I want it. I deserve it. And then even if you don't come across as deserving it, you will be provided it. Christ healed everybody according to the stories I've read. I don't know about others. There's other stories I'm sure that are bad. Well, here's the thing. We have bad and good versions of those stories because there were bad and good vibes with both of those expressions. And so Christ and Buddha and all of them came across bad to some people and good to others. Bad to some beings and good to others. So it's really about your heart. You matter. You're awesome. You're amazing. And I just want you to tell you that I love you all. I care about you all. But yeah, that individual helped me realize that the truth that I didn't because of their secret that I found out they were doing, that he still kind of still felt that the original church starting of it was. But if they're doing that secret stuff, then the origin story had some of it too. And I forgive all prophets and beings that were telling true stories, whatever was true, even if we never learn what is true until it's time. Whenever we do, and time is going to happen whenever we make it happen through our belief that it is, whatever is needed. And it doesn't really necessarily matter other than what helps fully heal. Will the knowledge help you heal, or will it harm? And yes, it's going to do both to some that react to it wrongly, thinking the wrong vibes on it, but it will still heal them more than what is harming them now if it is a healing knowledge. So even if they think otherwise, it's still supposed to be healing because it vibes that way. But you thinking that it doesn't, when you eat the form or get drawn to forms of it, you're going to get drawn to the forms that aren't that normal vibration that it's supposed to be. But it may still have it. It'll just be weak or messed with because you focus that it would. And so that's why I'm going to tell you right now, vibrational focus, healing, and being you, and forgiving your flaws and others' flaws, and just blessing things into being is so important. If you want to call me and text me, but I'm going to be the full me. But I don't accept any gang stalker programs or any individuals of the groups or affiliated groups to them, even if they're not affiliated to that society, but they're being paid by them. I don't accept those in my life, and I've asked those to stop legally. And they're supposed to. They were pulled by that religion to allow them not to do that. And it seems like some of them are still trying to push others to go towards me to go around the trick and the trades of it. And that's not the right vibrations for them to do, and that's on them. And they're breaking the law, and that will affect them. And they're breaking their own codes. And if they break their own code, then how do you know that you gang stalkers are really on each other's side if you're breaking your own codes against people? So how do you know that you're all going to help each other if you're not even being there for each other? That's the thing about villains and criminals, is you're not on anyone's side. You're going to screw each other over if you want to. You're going to act like you're friends, and then at the end of the day, you're all going to screw each other over because that's what you vibe, because that's your vibration. I'm not judging. I'm saying that's your way of vibrational focus. But guess what? The world you're going to end up with is going to kill you too for doing that vibration. It's just part of it. It's going to cause you to suicide yourself in that realm that splits whenever that creates. So you're going to cause yourself not to just be enslaved by AI and all of that you created to do that for. There's going to be good vibrations in all societies, AI and non-AI. There are going to be forms of that. It's the forcing people into those things that is the wrong vibrational focus. And I agree with that. We shouldn't force anyone into anything, but thinking that I or others are trying to force you by giving you that information and telling it to you, and you're listening to it, that's okay. Some people say, I want to give it to them fluffy wise because they listen better if I do. Well, great. Do it fluffy wise if you feel that's okay for you, but it doesn't mean you have to. You can do the good and the bad together and balance it and heal it and be authentic and open about it. Because the truth is, when you speak your truth of heart through the heart and through the energy of heart brain chakra connections, to the inner form of energy, to the field, to the water that's in all of us, connecting and communicating, we can heal each other from within by focusing, because we're all drinking water or liquids or things that have already been in each other already multiple times. Yeah. Think about that. The water that's in you was in me at one point, or will be, but it's connected to other water that is. And they communicate. When you put two droplets by each other, what happens? They merge. So that's what we all are. We're all merging connected forms of water and energy vibrations, and we're all forms of self. So once we start thinking that way, individually for the individual to heal all, and feeling all are worthy, then we correct the damage and the controls and free us from enslavements, from enslaving each other. Because we're enslaving us's. I'm you, you're me. So whatever you put people in, you're enslaving and controlling them if you're part of that enslavement. And so it's all about healing and focusing on love and forgiveness. And yeah, you can have irritation. That's okay. Don't get upset about or be upset. And even if you are, it's okay. You don't need to worry about being irritated about each other. Just put judgments aside, heal, love, and bless. The more you do that, the more you can correct the irritations and heal the problems that are causing those irritations. Because sometimes people can't do things because they don't have the physical needs to do what you're mad at them for doing. Because maybe they did that because they have lack. And once the lack is gone, everyone is healed. All sides are. So that's why I'm saying stop trying to follow the vibration of slavery and control and start freeing all sides of beliefs. And then once everybody's free in that manner, then you can be more into the realm you're meant for. Doesn't mean we're all going to be by each other, but we are. We're not going to be affected because we're going to be helping one another individually for the individual's desires, and until they're healed so that they can do things through others and still be helped through others when they're able to. So like I said, we're all magnifying. The gamma waves are hitting us strong, and it's waking our souls, and it's changing our DNAs, our pets. All creatures and beings are changing, even the trees, even the plants. So we're going to see magical colors, magical spectrums. It's going to be amazing. And I would say by the end of January 2021, in this realm of 2021, the to me would actually be 2013, possibly, or a reflection of that. But they're not exactly the same date or day connection. It's just the days and things were altered throughout history to trick us in some form, or we're in a different timeline that in this timeline 2020 is the awakening time instead of 2012. So really it's 2012 this year. And so some people are like, but it's December already. So it's still the change. It's not the end of the world. So they got one thing right about that with the Mayan calendar. But what is going to happen is the change of is happening this year has already started. We're already in that change. And so now it's deciding where your realm is. So your shadow self will go to the lack and scarcity side because that's what it feels more happy about. And then your light self will be here or to the light realm. And then this realm, if it's a balanced realm, it might split into three realms instead of just two. So there's a balanced realm, there's a neutral realm, and then there's a dark realm and a light realm. Well, if you want to be in the light realm and you don't feel got the cut, don't worry. By the end of January coming up, if January is still around in our perception, you'll notice the change. Or after you wake up tomorrow, it will be January. Today was supposed to be the new change, technically, but it could be a delay for tomorrow to be. Regardless, the delay can happen all the way until the end of this year. But the flashes, the strongest, are between now and the end of the month. That's why there's talk of black outages at the end of the month or closer because of Q tweets and things. But they're also talking about this week is the awakening week, is what I'm hearing, different ways of saying it. So this is the new beginning week. And then, so just enjoy. And then the dark to light week. I mean, there's going to be darkness to light next week. And then you have the black outage or whatever that will be after that. And then you'll have the Q week, which is everybody's. I would say that's more of the people will come to the awakening knowledge and talk to Q people and other people. I'm not necessarily a Q or not a Q person. I'm about peace. So if they're about peace, I'm with the peace of them. I do follow them. I don't agree with all of their awareness. I think that they still need to waken up too. I think some of them are, and some of them aren't, and some of them that think they aren't necessarily, but I'm not fully either. So I acknowledge that we're all waking up to new awarenesses, but I'm more open to it because I've had too many dreams and too many experiences that have guided me and told me what to do and told me to let others know. So I do that from the heart. So I put this light in this picture so that you can know that you are a light inside of you. That light you see is not as bright as what's inside of you. You are brighter than this, and the flashes. You are the brightest than 100 suns or more. Even who knows? You're the even the littlest light of you is still powerful than all the suns, but the sun itself is magnifying that power that we already are. So it's just opening and unlocking that light to shine more. That's all it is. It's magnifying it through your whole light body. And so that you can shine more and be more powerful, even if you're not directly in the sun, even if you have blinds up for safety or whatever. Um, it's really cool because regardless, it's vibrating everything. But yes, be in nature, get out in nature, go to waterfalls if you can. Go underneath a waterfall that's really nice and cold, and you'll love it. And take an outdoor shower with clothes on if you have to. Do what you feel is right for you. Be appropriate to your atmosphere because and if you choose a path for your choosing, just know that the consequences will be whatever they are, and just don't worry. Just follow your heart and do what's right to you, but make sure you're putting precautions and choices to the wind so that you know what you're choosing and why. But don't ever blame it on me or others for your own choices of decision. That's your choice. That's your decision. That's your heart. And that matters for you. Make sure you're comfortable with what you do. Don't just do it because I or others tell you it's a good idea. Make sure you feel it's a good idea. Look it up yourself. We're not always going to be completely right. What we think is right for us may not be what is fully okay for you. So just do what you feel is important to your spiritual progression and direction, and don't try to think that you have to explain it the way others expect you to or that it will come across better. That's selling out. I'm going to be honest. That's selling out. If you're doing it to say it in a comfortable way that people will comfortably take it in, say it in an honest, heartfelt way. If they don't, they're not going to take it good whether you try to follow their terms or not. It may work for a time, but if it's not your full heart and it's not full honesty, openness to help someone, then you're keeping something from someone that needs it at that time. And you don't want to do that because you may be the only one that can give it that information to them. Even if you get them on their path, they may not find it. And if you say, oh, well, that's on them, no, it is also would be on you if you knew it and you didn't tell them. So if there's something you want me to tell you that you think I know, then tell me, and I will tell you whether I know it or not. I tell you do your own research because it is good to do that, but any information I do come across on that I feel is important to be known, I'm not going to candy coat it. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe in the LDS church. I left it. I don't trust it. It's evil to me. I got out of it. But that's just me. If you feel that it has good heart healing to you, then great. Go your direction. But I noticed things that didn't sit right with me. Abuse and pedophilia and all these horrible things that that church teaches people to think of and think others are, to create them to be more of that. And that's horrible. Our thoughts create reality. Our emotions do that. We don't want to doubt ourselves or get others to doubt themselves. Yes, they build people up and they tear people down in that religion. There are good people that build you up, and then there are people that are horrible in every religion. But that religion especially has so many contradictory teachings that I just couldn't be a part of it. So I left it. And anybody that chooses to be a part of it, even if you're inactive, you still think it's right, you know, be careful, because I learned some things that I know that I saw, and by speaking out, I've been attacked and put down and secretly messed with in my life, and I realized it was connected to that religion connection. And I realized legally they've agreed to do those things, and I just couldn't be a part of it. My higher form warned me about it, told me that I was right, and everything that I saw and feel and notice is that way. So be safe, follow your heart, be awesome. You're amazing, you are great, and you matter. You are awesome. Thank you, Cully UFO, or whatever other names you have. You're on Twitter. You're a good friend of mine. I appreciate you, and I care about you regardless whether we can contact or talk to each other or not. My heart is always with you. I know that you're always doing what you can for your family and your needs, and I want you to know that you're amazing. HET, do live among us. CTV, ETVs vacate above us and around us and everywhere. And just be safe. And be aware that this world is changing, and we need to know these beings are among us, and all other beings need to come out and show themselves, every form, so we can correct and do what's right for one another, because we're all each other, and we need to stop using each other and abusing one another. It needs to be done. That's what these gamma waves are for. The sun is trying to speak to you and us, and you know this. You know this to be true. It's the Aquarius age, whatever you want to talk about it. It's time. And I'm a Capricorn that was almost an Aquarius connection, and some think I'm a cusp Aquarius in certain calendars and connections. So I do appreciate Aquarius to a degree, but I am a Capricorn. So I want you to understand that if there's anybody looking for someone that they feel that I might be their soulmate, and you're a girl, my and you're between the age of 30 and let's say 38, 37, then I'm 35, so it's preferable. If you're a little younger, that's fine too. Just follow your heart and reach out to me. My phone number is 801 499 4494. I am a talkative person, but I don't talk that much. If you listen to my heart, I'm more about physical touch and cuddling and watching romantic shows and joking and sharing my love experiences of hope. And I'm a romantic at heart. I deeply want to see me similar to Ted in How I Met Your Mother. I'm like him, but a little bit different. But we're similar in the way of wanting someone and believing in universe. So just know I don't drink, I don't smoke or do any of that though, just because I'm a healthy person. But I don't judge those that choose to. I'm just all about holistic and non-chemical stuff that's healthier for you, that will naturally um, bring up your vibrations so that you can be full-fledged healing more. And that's from energy studies, water studies, and all of that. I don't hide information because I think people are um, trying to hide it. And regardless whether you have proof or not, let it be known for what you've studied and witnessed, even if they try to, because they'll still hide it if they want it to be hidden, even if there's proof. They'll try to debunk even truth information. And so be aware that we all matter. Sorry, I it's just know I love you all. I care about you, and we all matter. And I am all about doing what's right. I care about following the path of healing. And I do know that we are all amazing. We're powerful people, we're powerful beings, and we are divine individual beings. And we're from other realms and other lifetimes. And that means not just human. HCT. We could have been an HCT MET at one time. We could have been a BET at one time. BET is benevolent, which is good. MET is malevolent, which is rude and mean and control forms, and then HCT or just aggressive forms. Doesn't mean that they're completely all evil. There's always a balance of good within all of us, and there's always a balance of bad in all of us. Sometimes there's more bad in us than there is good that can come across at different times. But what is important is what you want to be, what your heart tells you you desire to be. And just say, I want to be this. I desire to be this. And then you're already seen as that by your higher form because they want you to feel that way and they know that that is what you really intend to be. And all the combinations of them now know that. And your future self and family and everybody will know, and you'll all hug and care and know and forgive one another. And that's what matters. So I love you. I forgive you. Just be there for one another, everybody. Stop trying to say who's worthy of things. Everybody's worthy, because the more you think that you're not worthy, the more it can make you have low vibes. But guess what? Even if you do, you are worthy. I don't care about those negative vibes. Those negative vibes don't matter. If you hope to not have it be true and you want the real truth to be true, then make it so. Say that it is. And even if you doubt it, I don't. And I trust that you are already healed. Even if we disagree on belief systems, even if we're different, you matter. I don't care what race, what color, what creed, what creature, what being, what alien being, what form of monster you are, or fairy, or whatever mystical creature or being you think you are and told you are or are. I love you from my heart, and I promote peace for you all. So heal, create. So if there's any ladies out there into me, my phone number is 801-499-4494. Text me, please. Leave a voicemail so I know it's you. I care. But follow your heart. If you feel like you're that person I'm trying to manifest, which I know is already manifested in my mind and focused as though it already is, well, then reach out to me, because I know that that is how she will find me, is by finding me in any way she can. And then we will meet in person, and it'll be amazing how we'll connect. It'll be cool. And miracles will happen for both of us. That's my wish, and that's what I told higher self, and the higher self agreed. He said it's going to happen. What you're wanting is already going to happen. You showed me your spirit, showed me she existed, show me it's all good. So find me if you feel you're her. I know that you're a powerful light being, and you are maybe similar with me, and forgive any flaws I have. Believe I have what's needed, and even if I don't, it will show up as we are together. And it will show up by meditating and doing those things together. I'm about holistic, organic, vegan focus. But again, I love you all. I bless you all. Thanks for your time of listening all through this recording. You are awesome. Bless you now, now, now. Bless you now, now, now. All our realities and manifest desires are now real. Feel it in your heart. See it. Cry it in your mind and feelings, and feel it deeply. You are already complete. And now, it shows up. So keep thinking that, focus on that. Just know I care. You can reach me again also on Twitter, Durbin Samuel, at Durbin Samuel. I'm also on Facebook, Samuel Stephen Durbin. I also have a Facebook page, Samuel Stephen Durbin. I also have my Book of Alien Pursuits of Possible Truth page on Facebook. I also have an Instagram somewhere, if you can find it, that shows my book. But my channel, Samuel Durbin, and Samuel Loomis, Newly Awakened, are two channels I have. Mostly do stuff on Samuel Durbin, but I might do some stuff on Samuel Loomis, Newly Awakened. And I'm not sure yet. But bless you all. I love you. Take in those gamma waves that are positive gamma waves, pure waves. They're already happening naturally, whether you feel them or not. But if you've been feeling irritated or changing or healing of any kind or expanding, that's that. So bless you all. You're about to awaken. Take care.